Welcome to the Lights, Camera, Rant podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. And as always, I'm your wonderful host, Mr. Rant, and we've got a very special episode. We've got the 4th anniversary celebration of Lights, Camera, Rant, and I've got a very special guest for this episode. How are we going, boys?
What's up?
Yay!
Doing good.
Happy anniversary!
I know, I'll cheer once. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you all being here. We've got Mr. Mark My Words. We've got the Galactic Core podcast. We've got Eric Thought Reviews, and we've got the Nerds Amalgamated podcast for this episode, and ranting and drinking at the same time. Because, you know, you don't have to be sober to operate a podcast.
Just your early episodes show that.
Time.
What was that?
I said your early episodes show that you don't have to be sober to operate a podcast.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I like how you both, Rant and Andy, you both drank beers at the same time in sync.
Yeah.
Just on different continents doesn't mean we're not connected.
That's true. And look, and surprisingly, we already have our first comment on YouTube because we're live right now. We've got someone who's just written first.
Hey, it was.
It was. When I saw the notification, I was like, wow, someone was really waiting. Oh, that's good. The right person was waiting.
Damn straight I was waiting. They do a little post for the Instagram. Wait.
All right. Thanks.
I've got candy instead of alcohol.
That's a safer option.
Who invited the child, honestly?
I'm just gonna be trying out my favorite thing called Res. Lovely Res.
You're really pumping that stuff, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's so addictive. So good. Really, really good.
I swear there's some deal going on. Everyone that I know that got approached by Rez is, just everything's like, man, I'm tired.
Here's some Rez.
Although I've been doing some cool things with with Rez, like mixing it with Coca-Cola. Man,
calm down. So mental.
Was it a Pepsi glass? Coca-Cola? I don't give a damn.
I'll drink it out of anything.
My rim light just decided to turn off. It'll if I give it a bit, it'll probably come back on in a bit.
That's right. It's mood lighting.
That's right. You know, technically LCR can be after dark, so it's fine.
Yeah.
No.
It's so dark now.
It's all right. Don't stress. But yes, look, we here, which I think all of you that we're here for the 4th anniversary of Lights, Camera, Rant, and it's been a hell of a journey. All of you have been on the podcast one time or another, and each of you had some kind of input in the podcast, which I really do appreciate, because we've done over 289 episodes. We've streamed over in 32 countries, and we've had over 35 different guests that have come on the podcast in the past 4 years of doing this podcast, since doing this in COVID, because all I could do was watch movies and drink. and with nearly 3,000 followers on Instagram, 8Ks on YouTube, and which Danny Boy from the Danny Boy podcast commented the other day was like, "How many premieres have you gone so far this year?" Which has been insane. And Mark, I was looking back and I'm pretty sure our first one was the Exorcist was the first premiere we went to.
So, yeah.
Which was kind of freaky because when we rocked up, there was like, I assume 2 women in nun outfits as we were going up the escalator to the premiere. And we were like, this seems like the right place. This looks...
Either that or you're just at my mum's house again.
Well, it was creepy, and I can't believe how far everything's gone, and most importantly, me and the people like yourselves along this journey. And a small shout out, obviously, to Mark, because Mark's been my running partner for this entire time, and so far. So when you hit your 4th anniversary, whatever you do, don't worry, I won't be sober for it either.
Who knows? Who knows?
And Andy, you're actually the most person who's made the most appearance in the podcast as well.
Yeah, it's a proud record to have. You've got a great show, buddy. I've told you many times, a lot of us that you've spoken to and get to be guests on the show with and have had on your show, we aspire to be like you. I mean, you're Mr. Consistent, as I always call you, never miss a week. I'm lazy. I've had like 6 weeks off my podcast because I just can't be asked. So so it's great that you've been doing it for so consistently, mate. So many congratulations on 4 fucking years of amazing stuff, and you're reaping the rewards now because you get to go with stuff with Mark to great stuff. You've been to Disney premiere recently, so you're finally moving up the world. I don't know whose cock you had to suck to get to that, but congratulations.
Damn! Come up with curse words already.
The right one. The right one.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Jesus.
I wasn't going to say that.
He's a public identity now. You can do whatever you want to him.
That's right. With as we can see with the Pinocchio and Winnie the Pooh horror movie. So they're coming.
Oh, well, obviously.
Yeah. It's good.
I walked into that. But no, thanks.
Can't wait for the Minnie Mouse flashlight. Yeah.
No. I could totally see people getting scarred for life after that moment.
It's after midnight my time. I've been let loose. Sorry, guys.
I appreciate you, Andy, for wearing the LCR hat too.
Always, mate. Too warm to wear the hoodie, so fuck that. Sorry about that. Otherwise, I would have had that on as well because it's one of my favorite hoodies. But yes, congratulations, buddy. Great show. 4 years, well worth it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And actually, I've got something small as well. If it does,
Is that why your wife married you? Sorry.
This is just a fucking rip. This is all this is.
Welcome to the roast of Lights, Camera, Rant.
Yeah, I know.
I'm down. I'm down for that show. It's all good. Sorry, buddy. I'll behave.
I'll watch Clone Wars. All right. I know it's just a YouTube basically video of stuff, but it's all right. Clone Wars is still good.
I'm actually rewatching it now.
Oh, at least you've seen it. Yeah.
Wait. Depends on which version. Are we talking about the 2D version or the CGI version?
Talking about the original. Well, I say the original, the proper like animated version, not the 2D one.
And right.
Well, Andy, I didn't actually realize as well. I don't, Eric, if you're rewatching it, I'm pretty sure Andy did show me that there's actually a particular order to watch Clone Wars in because it's actually all out of order.
Well, a little, yeah. The first season,
yeah.
First couple seasons, you have to look up that chronology thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and you were like, "Oh yeah, like nobody told me that."
Yeah. Nah. So I'm like, watch the first episode. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I miss Revenge of the Sith.
First episode, you didn't watch the film first.
No, I didn't.
Well,
Animated
there's
Clone
a
Wars
film?
film. There's an animated Clone Wars film that you should watch first.
But no, technically though, even in the
Technically, episode
chronology
1
of
comes
that,
first. Yeah,
there
it
are
comes
some
before it.
episodes that come before that. Even
Yeah.
I don't
To
know,
argue
but even when you
technicalities
watch
on
them in
a first
order,
episode, it's too much.
it still feels just a little bit scattershot at the start, even when you do watch them in order. But it's like
who
once you
watches
get
Star Wars
into
in
it,
order?
it smooths out.
Who watches Star Wars in order? It's not how it came out. It's all good.
Oh, I watch it like chronologically usually now. I find it more satisfying that way.
Well, we'll get ready for the next one next year with the Mando and Grogu movie, which I am really looking forward to that.
Yeah, apparently they're saying now with that one they might be doing a trilogy, and I'm like, how are you gonna make a trilogy out of this? Like, what's the story? Like, what was the story of the Mandalorian in the first place?
What do you mean? What the story was? Haven't you seen the Mandalorian?
Yeah, I have seen the Mandalorian. I'm like, okay, he delivered the baby. He delivered the baby, and it was like, oh, I've got the baby now, and that's it. There's no end goal.
He delivered the baby. Which film are you watching? Dr. Mando's on the case. I've got the forceps right here.
Oh, Jesus. But yes, actually, and probably a side point, I actually did go back in, unfortunately, my archives and actually found my original, which you can still listen to it now. It's only on the first episodes, but this was actually my first intro to Lights, Camera, Rant, and it sounds awful.
80s porn.
Hi, my name is Lee, and I am your host of the Lights, Camera, Rant podcast. Thank you for joining me today. We'll be talking about the latest in movies, TV shows, and video games. Without any further delay, let's get into it.
Oh, that's amazing. You should never play that for me.
I don't think it's too bad.
Gives me "What are you wearing" vibes.
Yeah.
It's like elevated.
I'm Lee.
And this was the outro.
As always, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. Please like, share, and subscribe to get notifications of all future episodes. Until next time, guys, happy ranting. See ya.
It's like,
hey guys.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, Lee, it's really nice to see that your balls have dropped in the 4 years that you've been doing the show.
This does feel like a roast. I think I didn't really change the title. Well, no, because
it's like before puberty, after puberty.
Oh, mate, that could have been it. You could have voiced over porn in the 80s. It was that good. It really was.
LCR, back stuff. But, originally Anchor, which was Spotify for Careers, was like, make your own intro, use some music, do a voiceover. And I was like, sure. And then, when I listened back, I'm like, this sounds awful. So I paid a random priest in America to give me the intro that I have now.
Yeah. I think we can all look back at our first. Yeah, tell him about that, Lee, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
No,
right?
Lee met him when Lee was a little boy when he first met him.
Oh,
He owed Lee a favor. It's all good.
What? We're gonna. I will get to that story, but on YouTube we got the effect on the blood moon for Khan Pass, which I appreciate, and we got Luke TG11, so much handsome in one stream. Howdy, and how was F1? Which I'll get back into F1, but no, Eric, no. So I went into Fiverr or Fever or whatever you want to call it, depending how you want to pronounce it. But the voiceover guy who did my intro, his side thing was doing intros for podcasts or YouTube videos, and it said in his bio that he was a priest or a pastor in his local church, and he's like he does this on the side.
Oh, I mean that's interesting.
Yeah, like it was in his bio, and I was like, oh, all right, here's my money.
So you're like kind of blessed with that intro.
Yeah.
Hey.
To be fair, I use the exact same guy for my voiceovers for my show, so.
But you're not blessed. I'm
no.
blessed.
Have you seen me? Not really. I think, to be fair, though, we can all look back at the first episode or first run of our shows and see maybe everything was a little bit terrible compared to where we are now. We've all improved along the way. Everything looks a lot better. Like mine was fucking awful when I first started my first episode. I'm like telling the guests, I was like, make sure you turn your camera off so I can just play some intro music over the top, and then we'll get into it. It's all good. And then everyone forgets to turn the cameras back on. I'm just talking to a black screen for 10 minutes.
Now you can put it back on. Now turn it on. You can do it.
With the mites of StreamYard, catch the link in the description.
That's right. No, and it's funny. Like there is, which I have done in the past. I've recorded an entire episode without clicking the record on. I think it's a rite of passage in this, right? If you don't do that,
Yep.
And I was like, that's a good episode. Looked out the mic. Oh. No. But it's. I think Mark, you had one just recently where you did that, didn't you?
Yeah. I think it was was it a whole review? I think it was like a whole review that I did, and just look back and I was like, oh no, it was a playthrough because I started a new channel of a playthrough series. So I played like 2 hours of a game that I didn't even enjoy because I said I would play it for the dev, and then I looked down and I was like, oh, I'm not playing that again though.
What game is it?
So I'm Lightyear Frontier.
Okay.
It's basically imagine Minecraft, but like you're in a robot mech.
Okay.
Yeah, but
it's not
less freedom.
Not Toy Story related.
No, not quite.
Okay.
No, which it's funny you say that because I don't think many people do actually go back and watch that Lightyear movie at all.
No, but I'm overdue to watch it again. Actually, so
it was fine.
Yeah.
You watched it, so
it was fine.
I don't think I'm missing out, am I? So
no, you're not. But no, and it's as I said, like we've had that mistake, and we've all also had with the fact that the person's recording on the other end hasn't worked out very well. It sounds awful.
Yeah, I've deleted an episode and blocked somebody after an awful recording. I'm just not dealing with this.
Nope.
It was awful. The guy had done no research on the show at all. Made claims throughout that people couldn't see what he was wearing and stuff. And I'm like, at the end, I was like, this is a video podcast, by the way. I could see every facial expression that you did during the show, every eye roll. You clearly said that you were a big fan of the show and had never seen it. So I was like, I just deleted the episode and just didn't bother putting it out, and then called Lee to come on and do the recording instead.
Oh, that's right, you did too. You did too.
I went, Lee, I had to delete this episode. It was fucking bollocks. Like, can you come on and do this instead? And the man was there. That speaks testament to the man.
Oh, of course, especially when half your message was, it was awful. My God, this guy was terrible. Can you please help?
I could have talked to my wife. It would have been more interesting.
How many cans of beer did it take for Lee to get into the episode?
To be fair, I didn't need any encouragement. That's the beauty of the man, isn't it? I just had to whisper in his ear, and he was there.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. But no, I'm happy to. Yeah, as always, happy to come on every time. Doesn't matter where it is or when.
Like, if I remember correctly, because like Luke in the chat's just saying a guest eye rolling is crazy. It was a double episode where I think it was the last episode of Loki and the first episode of something else. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, the dude was just fucking awful. It's just like, you're here because you love Marvel and Star Wars, and then like you're eye rolling and shit throughout this as you getting asked questions and me asking you to comment on it. I was like, fucking, this is the driest chat ever.
This is true.
just like, I'm not dealing with it. I'm just fucking deleting it and move on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how it's funny. I look back, and my very first video podcast I did was reviewing Doctor Strange 2. And I look at that video, I'm like, wow, there's nothing special about that video. And my first video game review was for the Guardians of the Galaxy game, which I still feel does not get enough love on how good of a game that is.
Yeah,
and it's a
really,
shame that
it's a good one.
Yeah,
I need to replay it, but yeah, the Telltale game's really good too.
it should have been the second one to it. That was such a good game.
Yeah, the Guardians game was the third game I reviewed, apparently. There you go.
What was your first?
Death Stranding, the director's cut, which is very much a homage because on the 26th or next Thursday, Death Stranding 2 comes out.
Ah, nice.
Shit.
Yeah, I missed out on a review code because PlayStation don't give me anything. But otherwise...
Come on, give me something.
Yeah, I've tried that one a few times. It's good, but I just the second time I played it, my motorbike broke, and then I gave up. I think. So I don't know if I'll play the second one. I'd have to still got to get through that first one.
The first one was just so different of a game, and then now. And I still remember when the trailer for the first one came out, majority of the comments was like, what the hell is going on in the trailer? Why has Mads Mikkelsen got a baby in goo? And then why is this like this? And then here's number 2.
Did people know what was happening after they played the game?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, you really
so far I was enjoying it, but I was still like, I don't really know what the hell's happening.
I know the professor is still playing Death Stranding even after all these years.
Well, I took a hiatus because I hit a bug that kept crashing me.
Oh, was it Cyberpunk?
So, yeah, like every time I went to the toilet, the game would crash. And that sounds weird, but I promise it's not as weird as it sounds because you use your waste to create weaponry.
Oh, you mean?
Okay, you're talking about in the game. I was like,
yeah.
the man gets up for a piss break and the game crashes every time he comes back.
Yeah, it took me a sec. I'm like, oh yeah, you can just kind of unload in that game.
No pun intended.
Okay, yeah.
I took a hiatus to wait for that to be patched, and I just never got back into it. But I am hyped to get back into it now the sequel's coming out.
It's unfortunately a game where if I have to say, hey, just give it 35 hours and it turns out really good, I know me saying that is like, nah, but it's like 35 hours of getting all the walking done, all the packaging done, and then it gets absolute batshit crazy and you're like, okay, nah, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, I still never got past because I was trying to do all the side missions and then then my bike broke and then that was like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this now.
Yeah. Moments we have to ditch the bike and start climbing, you're like, oh,
yeah,
damn it.
It's rough.
Yeah.
The story itself is still weird as hell.
Yeah.
I will say, even after all these years, like,
unfortunately, the Mads Mikkelsen parts are like A tier. They are some of the best parts of the game. And there's like three missions with him in it. Because it's like a flashback kind of thing, and you go to his era, and you're like in World War times, and it's really sick. But yeah,
Luke, Death Stranding is a good game for listening to podcasts.
True, yeah, actual true. But the soundtrack at the same time for Death Stranding is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a vibe out of a game. You just
did you get that on vinyl? Is that one of the ones you got on vinyl?
Don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. No. Let me look it up.
it's like let me go look at my chest of goodies and I'll dig it out and let me flex it.
I gotta get ready for number 2. And actually, side note, do you see that Mads Mikkelsen's coming back to play his James Bond character as a DLC in the Hitman game?
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already out.
Did you guys see the trailer for the new Bond game, First Light?
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'm really excited for that.
Basically, it's meant to be like James Bond Year 1.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's basically kind of like, for now, it basically feels like it's Bond 26, because it's like you could pretty much see the movie being like that, basically, the next movie, because it has to be a totally new thing, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And the guy that's playing him is the guy who played Dexter in the Dexter Original Sin prequel. So I was like, that's weird. But all right. I'm in for it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Dexter, but yeah, generally, even if it's a game, you kind of want like someone who's not too well known, right, for a role like that.
No, that's right. And it looks good. Like, I must admit, I'm like, okay, you have my attention in this.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should be good. I mean, it's been over a decade since there was even a Bond game. Kind of crazy.
Jeez. I couldn't tell you when the last Bond game.
I was gonna say, what was the last Bond game?
Well, it was, I guess there was like a couple of Daniel Craig ones, which are the ones I've played, but I know some of the Pierce Brosnan ones are the more beloved ones, but I just didn't have the consoles for those ones, so I played all the Daniel Craig ones, and actually I'm still playing the last one because I still have my PS3. I still use it.
Those 007 Legends.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It was like basically the tie-in game for Skyfall, but it's like, it's weird. It's like just like a mission or two for all these, and each one is like a different Bond movie, but with Daniel Craig in it. And like Skyfall's one of them, I guess, but it's weird. It doesn't even like fit into the continuity of the Craig movies either, because Felix Leiter is suddenly like a white guy again in that game. So yeah, but like some of the other Daniel Craig ones, I replayed them recently too. The Quantum of Solace one's pretty good. It's just basically a Casino Royale game, and then there's like one Bloodstone. That one's all right. It's like a third person one, and then the best one's, I guess, probably the GoldenEye remake with Daniel Craig. I like that one because it actually, it's a full game of like one story.
That's right. They did do that, didn't they? They did a whole remake.
That one's pretty good. I like that one. I just replayed it. It like works as like a Daniel Craig updated version of GoldenEye.
I guess they could do that with every game, really.
Yeah, well, and I always kind of, I don't know, not to go on too much of a tangent, but I like how that one, at least, like, it could fit into the continuity of the Craig ones. It doesn't do anything to contradict them like that Legends one does. Whereas, like, because you got to imagine between Quantum and Skyfall that he had other adventures, and maybe they could have been something along the lines of like the original movies. But like, because in Quantum it's like the end of his origin story. Then Skyfall and on is like him in his older age. So it's like, it's kind of nice. It feels like kind of fills in the gap. That's how I like to see it. It kind of is like a mission in between the origin and the later stuff. So yeah, that's the last few James Bond games.
Imagine if they do a James Bond battle royale, like the GoldenEye as a battle royale.
Oh yeah,
that would be nice. That'd be really nice.
I'm not sure I know what does that mean, or I don't know if I get that.
Like, just do it like Fortnite, for example, like James Bond Fortnite.
Essentially, you can play every single James Bond, and you drop into a map, and then you go try and kill each other.
That is one thing I think would be really cool. Just if they do that in the new game or something, especially since it's not based on any one actor. It would be cool if you could as like a bonus after you beat it, then you could like maybe unlock like how in Batman or Spider-Man games you can unlock the different suits. It'd be cool if you could play as like all the different Bonds. That would be kind of cool, I think.
Well, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure when the new James Bond movie does come out, there'll be a Fortnite event.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think that's the kind of thing they would have done under the Broccolis, but under Amazon, who knows? Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
100. Oh, yeah. That's money right there.
Do the
And-
broccoli still get royalties and stuff, or is it?
Oh, they will.
They-
They will. They just got no creative power.
Yeah.
They should. I don't know. I'm just still bummed that they. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Amazon. They're just. I'm still kind of like nervous about that.
Amazon was so vindictive of that. They were just like, all right, all right, give how much money you can to her. Just get her out of the.
Yeah, I heard it was
process.
basically like, okay, just here's another $1 billion if you just give it. That's literally like from what I've heard how it went.
We don't want to give you creative power. Here's $1 billion. Take it all. Take it all.
I mean, like, I get it. Like, obviously, like, I think they honestly, like, if they're ever gonna leave it before they die, like, that was the time to leave it because you know, like, they actually like they kind of brought it to a first time in the franchise. It sort of got brought to an end, and it was like the 25th movie and everything. So it was like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna, unless you're just gonna keep doing it till you die, then I get it. That was probably the best time to bow out.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do with LCR. I'm going to do this until I die. Yeah. Like, that's the plan.
I just thought of something. Imagine if they do a James Bond as a Fortnite event. Can you imagine Odd Job as a character? Like how in GoldenEye, everyone couldn't kill Odd Job because he's so tiny.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's also a control issue.
Oh.
The controls for GoldenEye 64 were rubbish.
Oh, yeah.
They hadn't figured out the whole twin stick thing yet. So these days, it's a lot easier to aim down.
That's right. Yeah.
And I still like. I need to either get a Nintendo 64 or something because I just feel like as a Bond fan, I need to play that original game.
What do you mean? You don't need to get it. You just get an emulator. You'll be fine.
It's on Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, okay. I'm a PlayStation
What
guy,
emulator?
I don't know. Didn't you hear they were working? Like some fans made one. They were working on like some fully like updated version of it. Like, and it was gonna look like, but it wasn't even gonna be like like a modernized. It was gonna be like the '90s look and everything, but like.
Yeah,
but like just with today's graphics, kind of. Yeah. But then they got like shut down.
Yeah.
But like I would like that if I know we've got this new Bond game coming, but that would be really cool if we got like just because the original GoldenEye is iconic. If they made it like just now and then they made it like look like as real as the movie does, like I don't know, that would be kind of crazy. I think
that's. Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed.
No, I doubt they do that now. They've started this whole new version, but
yeah, no.
These are the things I spend my brain power on thinking about.
No, of course. Well, it's a whole different phase. I'm sure they'll announce it at some point. Actually, speaking of like a side note, is you see that apparently the Punisher is going to be in the brand new Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, so I mean that's got to mean Daredevil's in it, right?
Well, that's Daredevil, the Hulk.
Okay, I don't know why the Hulk needs to be in it, but like just like it just makes sense. Like okay, Daredevil and Spider-Man, like it's just especially with Daredevil Born Again, like Kingpin's like taking over New York, like it has to be like a part of the next Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Or else it's just gonna be like, okay, this is you've completely lost the tight continuity of the MCU if it's not a big part of it.
Yeah, and Luke did say it better be a ground level Spider-Man movie, which I do believe it is going to be, especially if it's got the Punisher in it. It's initially we were going to get Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man, but now it's just Spider-Man that we will be getting after Fantastic Four, which I gotta tell you, I've seen all these posts about how Superman's gonna make more money than Fantastic Four. I call that bullshit right there.
I don't know. I really don't know. But like, you really are that sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure as my podcast will hit.
Why are you so sure of that? Like Superman
looks like shit.
What?
Wow, at the door, guys. Yeah, that's
Boom!
I don't know. I think. I mean, look. I'm not saying it will. Like, I don't know. I could see it going either way. But like, I think Superman's like not like a brand new thing. You know, people are curious for like it's like the most iconic superhero ever, and it's a brand new take. So it's not like you have to have seen anything else. You know, like I think there's something about that.
I should clarify. It doesn't look shit. It just looks like it's got the same budget as the TV shows. Like it looks
I don't.
unpolished. But
Okay,
comic booky.
I don't know if I don't know. I sort of get what you mean, but I don't really agree. I don't know. I mean, I think that's just the James Gunn look.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but the whole every James Gunn, like the humor, like in a superhero movie, I was just like, the humor's not that funny, guys.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. James Gunn works for me. He hasn't really missed for me, but I think it's not for everyone.
Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad, I thought he did a good job. And the reason why I'm so better that Fantastic Four will make more money than Superman is Superman, the movie is a little bit more controversial because, you know, Snyder fans, you know, how it's going to go. But Fantastic Four has Pedro Pascal. Enough said.
Daddy Pedro.
I don't know, but like, and Marvel's been in a pretty iffy place. Like, don't get me wrong. I think this will make a lot more than like they've had 2 movies this year. Both haven't done well. Even Thunderbolts that got good reviews. And I know it's not the same with Fantastic Four. It's much, but still, you gotta like be like, I don't know, like. I'm a Snyder fan, even too. Like I've literally got the shirt.
Oh hell yeah, Snyder! Yeah, hell yeah, Snyder man. Oh, I still rewatched the Snyder Cut Justice League to this day.
Oh my god, how do you have the time?
I've seen it, not for a while, but I've seen it like 8 or 9 times.
Hey,
that's 24 hours.
One of the
movies I've seen that many times, like the original Jurassic Park, and that's just obvious. Because I've had like 20 years to watch it 8 or 9 times.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was starting on my YouTube channel around that time, and I guess I've sort of fallen off since. But I mostly am just on YouTube now. Whenever Lee asks me on, but but yeah, I guess that was one of the ones early on when I was like trying to like do in-depth reviews and stuff. I put a lot of effort into reviewing that one, so I even watched it a few times just for the review, I think, and things like that, because I wanted to really like break it down and go through it all spoiler review style. So yeah, so that was part of it. And then just in the year since, I don't know, I've done more DC rewatches and gotta, you know, I think even before the Batman, I watched every Batman movie, so that included like obviously the DCU stuff.
Well, it's definitely a person recently, like, not every piece of media is for every person kind of thing. Like, even when Lee and I go to movies and we look at each other and Lee's like, I loved it. And I'm like,
oh yeah, that's me and my friends
like, it's so common
with most movies.
Yeah. He's legit. Like, we will finish watching a movie and I'll go first, and then he'll turn around and says his, and we'll both be like, oh, I guess we didn't watch the same movie.
But then one time, or every now and then, it'd be like, "Oh, we thought the same." No, that's weirder.
Yeah.
So is that after Macca's trip to after Macca's trip when the movie ends? It's like, let's go Macca's and talk more about this.
No,
that's
the credits are rolling.
That's still while the credits are rolling.
Yeah.
Actually, it's side note. We did actually have a weird experience at the Karate Kid premiere, because you know how when you clap when a movie finishes, and you're like, "Oh, that's fantastic."
No,
granted,
never done that in my life.
Till we went to a premiere, and we're like, "Okay, yeah."
So,
apart from Avengers.
Yeah, that's right. So in the movie, of course, the hero, the kid wins the big fight against the team. Everyone clapped in the theater like we were there. Everyone just started.
I mean,
and we're like,
oh, so you don't even mean at the end of the movie. It's not even when it ended. It's just like in the middle of the movie.
See, I'm with Luke on this one. Obviously, I'm English, we don't clap over here for anything. Like, so
honestly,
the fact that anyone claps for it's like clapping when the plane lands. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Sit down, be quiet, and just leave your seat quietly at the end. There's no need for any drama. There's no need for anything. Like, even you see the videos during Endgame and stuff when like Cap gets the hammer finally, and all the American crowds whooping and stuff like that. It's like not a noise in my British cinema apart from a few gasps. Just like, sort of like, that was it. That was the level of noise in a British cinema.
I mean,
okay, Andy,
I like that.
How about the Minecraft movie?
oh god,
Chicken jockey.
I'm 41, my friend.
know.
I was not at the Minecraft movie.
My friends dragged me to that. And I don't know. That was definitely a time where they liked it. They thought it was the best thing ever, and I'm like, that was pretty awful.
How much popcorn went to waste, Eric?
Oh no, I mean there was none of that really in my theater, but yeah, I've seen the videos. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any problem with people clapping and stuff, but at certain parts. But like, yeah, honestly, if the way with movie theaters have been lately, like especially post COVID, it's just like hard to go without people just being annoying in general. So if what Andy's saying, if it's like, if you mean it's like just quiet, like the whole movie, like just in general, then I think I might move to the UK.
Oh,
because I really like I'm usually at the end of every movie now. I'm always like I'm on the verge of like throwing my shoe at somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Eric, you're talking to the right person right here. Mark, he made a guy leave the theater at a premiere the other week.
What? He was like, what happened?
He was on his phone.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why like
countless
every
times.
time you go to the theater now, there's people on their phone or they're just talking.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It didn't used to be like this. Like that used to be like the odd time there'd be something. Now it's just like, it's literally everybody in every theater I go to.
Like,
it's
I gave
maddening.
him like 3 strikes, and he was across the aisle from me because I like sitting on the aisle, and he was just like, as soon as it would go quiet, as soon as nothing crazy was happening,
Yeah, I know.
then
People were
allowed
like,
to see what happened.
Jesus
I don't-
Christ.
and that was at a premiere too.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know it's like
Yeah.
it's everywhere. It's like everyone at every show.
It's actually kind of bad. Recently, a couple of premieres have been like, guys, what are you doing? Like, you're seeing this for free the day before it comes out, and you're talking and you're on your phone. What are you doing?
Yeah,
like-
no, it, honestly, like it's tainted my like excitement for just movies in general because it's like I know I'm gonna be like I know when I've got my tickets for Superman, but I'm like I know I'm just like gonna not really be able to enjoy it fully because there's gonna.
You sound like me. Like I love it when a movie engrosses me and I don't even realize I'm in the cinema anymore. But then there's moments where it's like,
well, yeah, that doesn't
Someone doing
happen
this. It's
really
like-
now because people aren't like allowing that, and I don't understand why. I don't get why they're at the theater if they're gonna be like that.
I mean, you should
I get
definitely
that.
move
Oh.
over here then, Eric, because it is literally a case of like rustling popcorn. Okay, we can accept that. Even the occasional sweet wrapper in the bag getting rustled to get a sweet out, we can just about let
Luke
that
says
go.
no to that. Luke's
The
like,
the minute someone brings a packet of crisps into the cinema, get the
Oh.
fuck out. You are not allowed in.
Oh
Because
man,
crisps,
I think
crisps are too
yeah.
noisy, and the noise of the crunching as well is like, no, this is unacceptable.
So
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
you have
even
to
like
leave.
because so you don't even think it's like because I think I have sensitive hearing too. So even when my friends don't hear something, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I heard people all around the theater whispering and stuff. So it's not even like that. You wouldn't say?
I mean, every now and again, you still get it over here. Now, maybe I'm just getting old. It's the younger generation who are fucking noisy bastards. But you do occasionally get it over here still, but it's still quite rare. It definitely got worse post-COVID, actually, in terms of I've noticed that. In terms of people making lots of noise and being disruptive. But yeah, generally still, we're British. We're quite reserved. We don't like the noise. We just want to sit in peace and watch it. Some of us are there to get away from everything in our lives just for 2 hours. I've got a baby and a wife. I can't wait to go to the cinema by myself.
That's what it's for. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
the whispering has like
Maybe I'll take a
5-minute
trip there
intro.
sometime and try it out and see.
I mean, I let the occasional person go when they're trying to explain something to their dumb friend about something because they haven't watched the other 17 movies to get to that point.
Now,
And then after half an hour, I'm like, explain it afterwards because I'm done with you yapping.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I remember I went to like Revenge of the Sith, the re-release, and yeah, there's this guy next to me and his girlfriend. As soon as there's a couple, it's like, okay, at any movie like that, it's always like the whole movie, the guy is leaning over to explain every little thing, and I'm like, oh,
He's came
just
back from the
watch it. You
sequel.
can
He's
talk
here for
about it
this.
after.
All right. Well, going back to Mark's story, how many times did you tell him off, and then he just got up and left like
Oh
three
no,
quarters of the way moving?
he got on his phone like 3 times. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt of just like I don't know what he's going through. Maybe he's waiting for a message or something. But I was watching him scroll.
No, it's always like just people like they're just whipping out their phones for. It's never.
So then, like,
important.
I crouched across the aisle. I went up to him. I just went, mate, get off your phone. And he just went, huh? What? I'm like, get off your phone. And he looked at me like, yeah. And 2 minutes later, he walked down and never came back.
Man, I wish
25 minutes of like bring her back.
Yeah, the odd time I like will say something. I try only like I don't know. It's just like kind of exhausting though because every time I go, like I said, really there's something nowadays. But yeah, no. A few times I've said something. Usually I'm polite. There was one time where the people were like far over. There was like my friends between them, and I could just hear them like loudly talking. Like the movie was started.
Shut up.
And it was, and then I literally leaned over and I was like, guys, shut up. Yeah. And then they just like looked over at me like, and I'm like, what? You were talking. And then and then they just kept talking the rest of the movie, anyways.
It's worse. It's worse when they go like, when you say something to them and then they go on TikTok or something. Like, oh my gosh! I saw this guy. He said, "Shut up" to me.
Yeah.
He's like,
normally I'm
evil
polite
person.
about it, but it's just that time I was just not having it, and well, partly they were further away. I couldn't really like just gently like lean over. I was like kind of, but yeah.
No,
I don't care anymore. I openly yell in the middle of the cinema. I go, "Shut the!"
He does.
Man,
the most I don't get. The most I really don't. I understand like in a normal theater, like I get that, but what I just don't understand when it's a premiere, like there's just should be a little sort of more of like etiquette.
I mean, yeah. It should be in all theaters, really. But yeah, I used to go to the VIP theaters, which is what we have here, where it's like 19 plus. You know, you can order food and drinks and stuff. I used to go to them mainly, even after like I don't really drink, hence the candy. But even after like going to them, I would go like even after not drinking and stuff, just because I thought the audience was better for a while. But then the last couple of years, even in the VIP theaters, like all those experiences I actually just told you about, all those were basically in VIP theaters even. So it's just like
my partner and I, we went and saw the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, that Hunger Games one, and we went to Gold Class, which is like the premium, like you spend your money to go see this movie, and there was like girls having a slumber party in there, like they're all in their pajamas and dressing gowns and on their phones showing each other memes, and I'm like, and granted at this point my missus doesn't exactly like me telling people off, so I didn't. But man, I was like, "This is insane."
Yeah. That's kind of like me with my friends. They don't really. I think since that one time where I told people to shut up, they've been like, I've been a little bit like, okay, I don't want to. They probably felt. I don't know. That's the thing that sucks too, because as soon as I don't know about you, Mark, but like maybe I need to take you with me to the movies, because I do it sometimes, but I don't. As soon as I do it, I feel like kind of weird after, and like I'm not. It's like as soon as I have to say something, that's already kind of tainted taken me out of it to a degree. And
the way I think about it is, if you're feeling it, there's at least 5 other people around you that are also thinking the exact same thing, but we all just don't want to say anything because we're in a cinema. We're meant to be quiet. So therefore, if you do one outburst of 3 seconds, shut up, it generally sends the whole cinema in a and then no one says shit anymore.
Well, the worst, I think one of the worst, which I feel like it's getting each thing, it seems to get much worse each time we go to the movies. But we saw Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's the worst one ever.
People's phones were going off, and then some dick played the intro to Pornhub, and also. Yeah, and what was the other one? A Clash of Clans.
Yeah. it was one of those ones where the school kids were there and they were actively doing it to be shit. Like
Yeah.
it
Which
was
one
school
was that
holidays
at?
or whatever, and yeah.
Well, it was across the Spider-Verse we went and
Oh.
saw.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's like the most. I don't know. I find it for me. It's like one of the most disheartening things that's like the state of.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like, and it's weird because I'll talk to people, and it seems like okay, clearly there's enough of us to feel this way, but then we're just such a small percentage. It seems because like when I go, it's literally it feels like everyone in the theater except me is sort of like that to a degree.
At some point, one of you guys should start being like Joey Swole and just go like, "You need to do better. Mind your own business."
You need to do better. Well, what about you, Professor? Do you what's your take on cinema etiquette?
Oh, everyone should be absolutely, completely silent.
Yeah,
But
110%.
You'd think that'd just be a common knowledge experience, wouldn't you?
You'd think so.
Yeah, you know, it should be, but unfortunately, lately it hasn't been.
I don't know. The pandemic just like screwed it up badly. I think.
Mhm.
Not that that even like justifies it, but it's I don't know. It's almost like people feel like it's like, oh wow, the theater's so lucky. I'm bothering to show up. So
Yeah,
I think what
whatever I
is
want.
it costs so much, and then people don't even pay attention.
Yeah, I know it's.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like when it happened for Avengers Endgame, like that obviously I didn't bother because we all felt it. It was a joint experience of everyone cheering for that moment.
Oh yeah, no. I have no issue with people. Again, if it's either like if it comes down to like going to the UK and no one says anything, even if there's no cheering, I'll take that any day. But yeah, no. In terms of like that's not what I have an issue with per se. Like people reacting to the movie like normally, that's fine. But it's just like the constant like it's just people are sort of constantly whispering, but not even really whispering, like because I can hear them 2 rows back.
Yeah. Completely unintelligible knowledge of like, hey, there's like 100 other people just trying to watch this movie.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, like I could rant about this all night.
You're on spot. You're on spot. Maddie and I went to a premiere the other week, and it was for a romantic movie. And in the slight corner, there were like mums that were chatting. And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, like it's not even a specific age group or anything now.
No.
I've realized it's just everyone. It's from kids to like senior citizens. I've heard them all now. When I'm at the theater, just being annoying.
The funny thing is, in saying that, is when we went to the Minecraft premiere, all the kids were good. There was nothing. Kids were good. Everyone sat. That was fine. So we obviously got there because it was a premiere before the whole chicken jockey thing kicked off.
Yeah, I still don't. I mean, maybe I'm not meant to, but like I don't even understand why that's like why that's a moment where people like.
Oh, it was just
like,
a TikTok challenge. That's
I know. It's like I don't.
Someone brought a chicken to the theater, like a live chicken.
Yeah, I mean,
somehow
I'm
kept
happy
it
that
calm for over an hour till the event actually happened.
Yeah.
How do you get past the security though?
I think the chicken was also like, I'm actually kind of enjoying
I need to check your cock before you come in.
Can I just ask, DJ, what cinema do you go to where there's security? What kind of cinema are you going to?
Hey, the premieres do sometimes. They have security.
Well, I'm not surprised about that. But
I mean, and unsurprisingly, in the States now, like I was in LA a few years back, and I went to one movie there, and it's different.
Well, the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Just.
Actually, when I went to the Wicked premiere, they made us put our phones in like sealed envelopes.
Yeah, they did that for F1 too.
Oh
really?
My God, they should do that at every movie.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
We'll get this back at the end of class.
You know what they should do, and for all future movies, have the ushers just like carry a burlap sack. All right, put your phones in, guys.
And in the bag, in the bag.
Actually, yeah. Where's the guy with the flashlight that literally points someone out? Just
Yeah.
Get the employment up.
Yeah, don't make me come over there.
I'll take that job.
Yeah, I feel like the only solution.
I know
would
you
be
would.
Like,
You would if they paid you what you're getting paid now. You would do it 100%.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there like the Punisher, just like.
Do it.
there needs to be like a brand
Do
new
it, I dare
theater
you.
chain that's like just from the get go. Like they are like, you know, they have strict rules to just like, you know. I feel like that's the only way it could work. I don't think it works if theaters that are already going now suddenly are like that. People won't. They'll just reject that. But if it's like some brand new high end theater and it's just like they have all the rules to make it a good experience, that would be great.
Andy, I can totally see you just being like that guy. He's going, do it. I dare you. I double dare you.
Yeah.
I think I'd just walk up to them and I'd just stare them down for a couple of seconds and just take a couple of bits of their popcorn and just eat it in front of them and be like, I'll eat the whole fucking lot if you don't shut up. Then you have to buy more. Do you know how expensive that shit is?
Oh.
Yeah,
you know,
keep going. I'll visit your mum after this.
Weirdly, just after when, you know, I think one of the better times in recent memory when I was going to theater, it was like post-COVID. It was like, you know, right when we were starting to go back, when it was like spaced out. Not that I miss COVID at all, but like
I do for traffic.
For a while, it was actually like kind of maybe a bit better. I think some of those like movies in like 2021, I remember like being like, okay, I'm not getting too annoyed by people. Like because they're spaced out and they have masks on, and so that was yeah.
Yeah, but then again, some of the quality of the movies back then during the COVID times was a bit iffy.
Around 2021 in the second half, I think there was actually like a lot of good stuff around then.
Yeah, like Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
Well, I'm not big on that one as some, but yeah, no, I mean there were some good ones that bombed because of it was COVID, but like I think the first one to kick it off back in that year when they tried for like the second time was the Suicide Squad, which bombed really hard, but I thought was a really good movie.
Okay, what about Wonder Woman 1984? Oh,
that was so bad.
Well, that one the theaters were closed here when that one came out, so I watched it on demand. I didn't hate it as much as some people, but yeah, it's not great.
My thing was the annoying thing was, you know, Wonder Woman was just so good, and then we got this, and we're like, you literally have a goddess, and the best story that you can give is a man with a wishing stone, and the fact you have Pedro Pascal, like that was the best plot that you could make for a goddess.
I mean, I do think the first one even is like a little overrated. It has some good parts, but I think it's good, but like. So I'm probably not as high on the first as some and not as low on the second as some, but like.
Well, yeah, it's just a skin of Captain America and the First Avenger.
Yeah, that's why I put it on a par with.
Yeah, it's just a skin.
What is?
I said.
Oh no, I'd say Captain America: First Avengers. I think it's a better movie.
Yeah.
I think that one I've liked more and more as time's gone by. I'm like, no, that's pretty solid. That one, I think.
100%. Do you gentlemen want to hit the quiz?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go. All right. So I made sure to make these hard questions. So if someone does get all of them, and don't worry, Mark, I also did include, actually, I forgot to mention earlier, as I do have video game questions as well. To chuck that in. So I really tried to get a little bit diverse for everybody. See what everyone can do. So let's kick this off. So we're going to go the Marvel questions, Star Wars questions, DC questions, movie buff questions, and then we're going to move into the video game questions to wrap it all up. So whoever wins, you will receive a commemorative T-shirt and stubby holder of LCR.
And
what's the anniversary?
What's a stubby holder for the non-Australians?
A cooler, beer cooler.
Being cozy.
Because a stubby holder just sounds like something you put your cock in. So
you can do that from time to time.
Okay.
It's got something I'm going to put my stubby in for a minute. It's fine.
Yeah, but you gotta get the real the real tall ones though if you want to do that. Yeah.
Is that why you've got a short, fat one?
I already have the Dune popcorn bucket, so.
Oh, then your evening's all satisfied with a Dune bucket.
It does the job every time.
Yeah. Did you? Sorry. Did you see the Fantastic Four bucket?
No.
There's like a million different buckets. I don't know. I've seen a zillion different.
Galactus one, the Richard Reed
Yeah,
one.
the Reed Richards one looks cool. It's like him, but his hands are like wrapped around, like stretched around the bucket, and it looks really cool. Unfortunately, like I don't think I would hope, but I don't know if they're going to have them when I go see the movie in Italy.
I just love the jump you went from us talking about molesting popcorn buckets to you talking about the Reed Richards one. Just wraps his arms. He just wraps his arms straight around it. It's all good.
He can enlarge everything. He can stretch every part of his body.
Oh, dear.
There's no limit. I must admit, I can't remember if it was the Doom bucket that started that. I do like how all the buckets have been more creative and different with everything. Because I know like Alien Romulus one was really cool. Even the Mission Impossible one was really cool where you had the 2 keys to open it up. Even the Galactus one's cool.
We just get shit ones over here though, because ours is just metal tin buckets just with the prints on them.
Yeah, that's all we get.
How funny was the Deadpool Wolverine bucket?
Yeah,
we didn't get the like really good one here, but I got like just a Wolverine head, but it wasn't like with his mouth and all that.
Yeah.
Did you get it with the blowjob wings?
No, it was just a basic. You like put it in his head. I don't know. It wasn't like. It's nice looking, but yeah, no, it's I don't know. We don't always get the Dune one was one of the only ones we actually like got here that was like the one everyone was talking about.
And you're like, extra butter, please.
Oh no, and I just it was funny when I saw Dune 2 at like a early fan screening like a few days before it came out, and I just barely got the bucket. Like I got the last one. And I remember like being in the theater. I didn't even put the popcorn in it. I usually don't with the bucket. I just have the popcorn in the bag. Because I'm like, I don't want to have to wash it and all that. But so I was just like holding it, like kind of hiding it, because all around me, people were like before the movie, there was like guys around me talking about how like, you see anyone with the bucket? It's like I'll attack somebody for it.
Yeah. All the guys with a bucket went to the toilet straight away, so they're probably fine in there.
So I was just like frightfully guarding my bucket, trying to hide it. Like,
sure.
Just like imagine walking to the parking lot by yourself and just like, huh, what was that sound? Oh no!
They're gonna take my bucket.
Quick, get the engine running.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny actually saying about Dune. I saw a report this week that was it what's his name? Who's Batman again? No, who's Batman again? Yeah, Rob Pattinson. No, Rob Pattinson is going to be shooting in Dune 3 and the Batman 2 back to back.
Yeah, I mean they're both Warner Brothers. Makes sense.
Yeah. Because Matt Reeves has finally given the script for Batman 2. Finally.
Yeah, I mean there's been encouraging news about it lately.
Yeah.
Because it's only like my most anticipated movie. Period. Yeah. So I hope it happens.
Well, question, which I don't know. Speaking of movies too, which one do you think is going to make more money? Avengers Doomsday or Dune 3 Messiah for Doomsday?
Okay, well obviously Avengers is going to make more, but I'm assuming. And there's no way they're actually going to come out the same day though.
It depends on how they market that whole thing though, because a lot of people will be more hyped for Dune 3, but then it's the Avengers, and they've been there for a long, long time. So,
regardless, like it'll make more money almost regardless, because it's like look at like every Avengers movie has made $1 billion. Yeah, like none of the Dune movies have even really got that close to $1 billion. So like, I'm not even saying like Dune 3. It's a good chance it'll probably be the better movie, but like Avengers is gonna make more money. Like there's no question. Even if it's the lowest grossing Avengers movie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Just because I can see Lee's face, I'm agreeing with you, Eric.
Like the what?
Dune
No,
isn't going to be the better movie. Get the what?
Oh,
No.
well, I'm not saying I'll like it more, but like I'd say Dune's gonna get better reviews. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Both Dunes have been nominated for Best Picture. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say
Nominated.
objectively,
Haven't won.
it'll be
If
safe.
the panel
Haven't
watch it
won.
first, yeah.
Like, I mean, because even aside, like, I'm more excited for Avengers personally, but like, but also like, I mean, there's a good chance it might be kind of a mess.
No. I was actually going to say, the only thing that Dune's got is the fact it's got Florence Pugh, but Doomsday also does have Florence Pugh, so it's fine.
I mean,
That your
Doomsday-
deciding factor between the two movies, is it? Which one
Like,
has
this is-
Florence Pugh? That's what I'm going to look more.
Yeah.
Who
I
needs
mean,
a
I
bucket
just-
when you've got Florence Pugh?
Oh!
He's not
I
wrong.
don't know. We're just hoping Doomsday has literally everyone, I guess, though, right?
But that's the only reason why Avengers is going to make more money is because it's Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. The hype for it. That's the only hype for it. Well,
I don't. It's the hype for all of it, though.
There's a
I
lot
mean,
more
they're-
with that.
I mean, they're bringing like potentially like almost everyone from
Back.
the multiverse into this movie or these next two movies. So
yeah, but Chris Evans is not in this one, so be like, yeah.
Well, there's a rumor that he is going to be, but he's going to be like, Hydra
Hydra.
Cap.
he's. I mean, did you guys see that interview with or not interview, but there was like, I was kind of late to seeing, but there was like a panel with Chris Claremont, like the X-Men comic writer, a bit over a month ago at like some, I don't know what Comic-Con it was at, but like some Comic-Con, and obviously I don't know if it's true or not, but like I watched the whole panel and it's just a few minutes of this like hour-long panel thing, and people are speculating on it. He does kind of like basically say like, just, as like an older guy might, he like as if he's like not realizing that he's like spoiling it, but he did like list a bunch of things. He's like, can you believe all this stuff's happening and that and this, and it's like all these things that haven't been like said or confirmed.
Like, oh no,
No,
I didn't.
you guys-
wait. The only time you can believe a spoiler if it's from Tom Holland, because
Yeah.
Tom.
Or Mark Ruffalo.
Oh yeah.
It would
Who
be cool
live
if,
streams? Who live
do you
streams
guys want
the
me to
movie?
run down what he said, or you don't want to know?
No,
Let's not spoil it.
it's all right. No rundown. Let's kick off our quiz.
Okay.
Let's see who gets the prize.
Oh.
All right, let's start with. Okay, let's start with. Now you're gonna have to buzz yourselves in.
Buzz yourself in. How are you going to determine who's done that?
Yeah, you're just gonna have to say buzz, 100%, just like the old game.
Oh shit!
Oh, wait, we have to say buzz.
I gotta do the whole Price is Right music as well.
He's
I
going to play his
don't-
porn music from his opening episode.
That's how you do a quiz. Now, that's how you do a quiz. So, all right. So, first
Shout my
question.
name out.
First question. What is the name of the planet where the Soul Stone is kept in Avengers
Andy.
Infinity War? Yeah.
Vormir.
All right. In Iron Man 3, what is the name of the initiative that gives soldiers regenerative powers
Buzz.
that causes them to explode?
That's
Buzz. Aim.
Yeah.
Extremis.
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he got it. Yeah.
You're right. It's extremist. What is the name of the celestial that's seen emerging from the planet Earth in the Internals?
Andy,
That's
Tiamat.
I said it first, man.
No, you didn't.
No, I have to give that to Andy. unfortunately.
yeah, fair enough.
What is the name of Peter Parker's AI assistant in Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Buzz.
Eric.
Just say your name, Eric, instead of
Eric?
Buzz.
I don't. Yeah, I think I'm wrong. Okay, Friday. No, that's Iron Man's.
Andy.
Andy.
Karen.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. So we say our name.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
say your name, you can say Buzz. Like it's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I've been wrong every time I've said it, but yes. Okay, got it.
What species is Admiral Thrawn?
Which
Andy.
one?
Andy.
Chiss.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Actually, this is probably.
Admiral Thorn, so these are Marvel ones right now?
No, these
Star
are the
Wars
Star
now.
Wars questions. Like
Okay.
it's 5 each. If what is the name of the planet where Obi-Wan defeats General Grievous?
Andy.
Fuck.
Hey.
I probably
Yeah,
know this.
Utapau.
Yeah.
We are a most specialized subject. Sorry, guys.
No, he cheated.
Okay. What is the name of the official designation of the Death Star plans Princess Leia
Andy.
hides in R2-D2? Yeah.
Stardust.
Yeah. Fuck me. This is probably should have made these harder. Really should have made these harder.
I'm out of my depths.
Yeah. All right. What is the name of Boba Fett's ship before renamed
Andy.
Slave One again? Yeah.
Oh, before being renamed Slave One.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I should have listened to the whole question. I guess.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh,
Slave One.
Yeah.
I thought it was Slaver one, wasn't it?
That's Slave One, but apparently there was a name before it was called Slave.
yeah, because when Django Fett had it.
Uh-huh. That's right. And if you don't get this right because you buzzed in, you will lose a point.
Oh, fuck off.
Wait, so how many points have I lost?
So Eric's on -3 then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, pass. I can't remember.
Anyone else want to take a guess?
Oh, yeah. I fault.
Fire spray.
Ah, fuck.
Oh.
That's the brand of the ship. That's not the name of the ship.
What's it here? What's the name of Boba? Yeah, what's the name of What's the name of Boba Fett's ship before being renamed Slave One again?
That's not the name of it. That's the brand of the ship. It's like saying a Star Destroyer.
Oh fuck! All right. What Jedi Master? Yeah, I know. What Jedi Master discovered the secret to becoming a Force ghost?
Andy.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Let's move on before this gets any more depressing. In the Batman, what is the Riddler's name?
Eric.
Yeah.
Edward Nashton.
Yeah. Well done.
I was gonna say Enigma, but okay, yeah, Nash.
No, they changed it because I don't think they do. I didn't think they want to do that. What is the real name of the villain Reverse Flash?
Nerds.
Eric.
No, I have to go nerds. He was first.
Okay.
What?
Wait, what was the question again?
What's
Oh,
what's the
Earbot
name?
Thorn.
Yeah, well done.
Earbot Thorn, yeah.
Yeah, well done.
I was so confused. Like, what just happened?
Which Green Lantern was first chosen by the which Green Lantern was chosen first by the Ring in the DC comics?
Nerds.
Andy.
Hal Jordan.
Well done. I would have also accepted Alan Scott.
Yeah, wait, was it Hal Jordan? Okay.
Well, in the modern continuity.
I'll accept one answer, but I'll also accept another answer that's totally different to the other one.
No. So in the golden age, like the old comics, it was Alan Scott. But in the modern canon, in the general modern canon of comics and everything, it is indeed Hal Jordan. So that is the right.
Human? You mean?
Sorry?
First human.
No, first. No, which Green Lantern was chosen first by the Ring in DC Comics?
So he was there wasn't other Green Lanterns before him?
Yeah, so it was Alan Scott in the golden age of comics, but the most modern and like generally like TV shows and everything, it is Hal Jordan.
Okay.
All right. What metal is used to make Wonder Woman's bracelets? It's pretty obvious.
Nerds? Gold?
No. What type of metal?
Oh.
Eric?
Yeah.
Bronze?
No. You guys are thinking of the no. Like think of it's probably gonna give it away. I can't really.
Well,
I know, like
I'm ready to jump in.
Yeah. Like for example, what type of metal is Wolverine's claws?
Adamantium, yeah.
Yeah, so what type of metal is Wonder Woman's bracelets made of?
Adamantium.
Nth metal? Is it like nth metal or something?
No.
Vibranium.
Well, that's Marvel.
No,
Some
go.
All
reason
right, I think the
Uru
three
came
strikes
to
are
mind.
out. I think we just.
I think 3 strikes. It's thermoscarian steel
Yeah.
because she's from
Obviously.
Thermoscaria.
Yeah, you're right. They did give it away.
Yeah,
That's what
by
I mean.
by saying what metal has been Wolverine really gave that fucking answer away. Because adamantium's like native to Canada, isn't it?
Well, if from the movies, it seems like it. Oh, okay. This is this question. What is the name? What is the name? Who plays Batman in Flashpoint Paradox?
Eric?
Andy,
No, it's.
I think it was. Try again.
Andy,
No. I was gonna say no. I was gonna say Kevin Conroy, but I was like, oh.
Go, Andy.
are we talking about what, the character or the actor?
No. We're talking about the actor.
Oh, okay, it's about the character. Sorry.
Oh shit!
Is it Gene? Is it Jeffrey Dean Thomas?
No. Nope.
You said the actor, so I was trying to think of.
Yeah, who's the actor? Who's the actor that plays? Who in the Flash movie? Who plays?
Oh, Michael Keaton.
George Clooney.
Wait,
no,
you-
Flashpoint. Wait,
you
are you
mean
talking
the
about the
I
animated
won't be
movie?
accepted until I hear the right answer.
Wait,
Paul
are you
Rudd.
talking about the? Are you
Just say
talking
the
about
question again.
animated
Just say the
movie?
question again.
Who plays Batman
Uh-huh.
in the Flash movie?
I just said Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's 1/3 of the question.
Michael Keaton, Ben
Oh,
Affleck,
Ben
George Clooney.
Affleck. Yeah.
Oh. Wait, you
Oh.
said in the Flashpoint Paradox, though. I thought you meant the
I'm
animated
sorry. I
movie.
meant the Flash movie, which is Paradox.
You're talking to
Get him.
nerds. Be specific.
The movie is
okay.
called the live action
Sorry.
movie is just called The Flash.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Sorry.
Just give
guys,
us all the
sorry.
points on that one. Just give
All
us
right.
all the points on that.
Everyone gets a fucking point on that.
Oh,
Yay, my
All
first
right.
point.
All right. Which Marvel director also played an Imperial soldier / robot in The Mandalorian?
No, but that's Taika Waititi.
Well done. What? There you go. What is the name of? Okay. What is the name of the universe where both Batman and the Teenage Mutant Turtles have officially met in animation?
Oh.
I made it hard.
Oh.
The name of the universe?
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
was gonna say else.
What,
I was gonna say
what type of-
Elseworld.
well, what type of Earth? Yeah. What type of Earth?
Like what Earth number?
Yeah.
seven.
Yeah.
92.
All right. I'll give everyone a point for that because that's probably gonna be too hard for you guys because I know what you like. It's Earth 43.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think 44.
All right. Which actor has played a Marvel villain, a DC hero, and a Star Wars character?
Eric. No, shit.
Yeah.
I could think of one who's like a Marvel villain and a DC hero, but then I don't think he hasn't been in Star Wars. I was gonna say Christian Bale.
Oh, the guy who played as Yondu. Mike
Michael
Rooker?
Rooker.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe?
remember in Star Wars.
No.
Wait, what was he in Star Wars?
No. So a Marvel villain, a DC hero, and a Star Wars character.
Oh.
As soon
It's
as I said, all of you will be like, "Oh my god, of course."
Okay, give
It's not
us a
Alan
second
Tudyk,
on
is
this
it?
one.
Who?
Alan Tudyk?
No.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
All right. I don't know if this will help. A Marvel villain, a DC hero, and a Star Wars villain. To help narrow it down.
Oh. I would say
Mm.
side villain or a main villain for all
Main.
main.
That's probably gonna give it away. Main.
For Marvel and Star Wars, main.
Marvel. He's been in Marvel. He's been in DC, and he's been in Star Wars. And on top of that, he has also been in another iconic franchise. Wow, I'm not giving this a pass because this is pretty obvious.
Pedro Pascal? Nah. He hasn't been in hasn't played a villain.
Well, no, well he's
been a DC villain.
Yeah, technically he is about to get the trifecta when Fantastic Four comes out.
I'm looking at my superhero action.
Hey, he's cheating.
He's cheating. Yeah. So a Marvel villain, a DC hero, and a Star Wars villain.
Can you tell us? Is it like an MCU
Christian
villain or just a non-MCU?
He's been a main villain.
But in like an MCU Marvel or a non-MCU Marvel?
MCU Marvel.
Big.
Let me try this. He has been a Marvel villain in 2 movies. He has been a DC hero in 1 movie.
Benicio del Toro?
No, and he's been a villain in a Star Wars villain in 2 movies.
I keep thinking of ones, and then it's like, oh wait, but they don't have the Star Wars part. I was like, what's it called?
Andy Serkis.
Say Josh Brolin. He's Thanos.
Hey!
And he got it.
Who was it?
Andy Serkis. Because he played Lucius Claw, Alfred Pennyworth, and Supreme Leader Snoke.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Like, as soon as you say it, you're going to be like, ah.
I mean, Alfred's sort of a hero. I don't know. When you say hero, I think someone in the suit.
Yeah.
Alfred wears a suit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that.
I meant like
No.
Come on, you don't see Alfred with an A, the A on the logo.
I meant like a tight leather suit.
You want to see Alfred in a tight leathered suit?
No, I just meant someone who wears spandex.
You want to see him wear spandex?
Eric's just waiting for that Alfred bucket to come out.
I mean, I still need a Alfred action figure to go with all my.
Well, I know. Interestingly, I think the recent DC comics, there was a part where Alfred becomes a Green Lantern, so it's kind of true, but
yes.
which is weird. I was like, Alfred as a Green Lantern, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong at all? Oh, Jesus.
No, probably be a good Green Lantern. No? I mean, because he has all the power to protect himself now. And he's like, I don't know. I'd say he's like, his heart's in the right place. So I think he'd do a good job.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. All right, next question. Which city or cities is Superman's Metropolis inspired by?
Eric, Toronto, and New York.
Yeah, I'll give you New York. It's inspired by New York and Chicago.
I've heard Toronto too, because one of them was Canadian. I think at one point it was.
Well, it's not very American, is it?
Well, no, because one of the creators is Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
All right. In Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which Earth is the Illuminati based on?
Andy. 818.
No. Close.
Eric.
816.
Yeah. No.
828.
No. Oh my God. No. Like Eric, you're literally like I might give it to Eric because it's 838.
Ah.
Oh.
I thought it was something like that.
That's how close you were.
Yeah, 10 away. Yeah, it's so close.
Oh, because he's hit 828.
Okay. Close to 838.
Yeah. Okay, here we go to the next to wrap up with the gaming questions, which I'll be curious to see how
Wait,
everyone
what's the
goes.
score so far?
You don't want to know.
I think Andy's winning by a lot.
Andy's just gonna destroy it. It's destroyed everyone.
We are about to hit my weak spot. I only play certain video games, not a lot. So,
Oh, that's it.
but Mark's about to come into full force here, isn't he?
Oh, he's about to. I've tried to.
And are there any Game of Thrones or James Bond questions?
No, but I've kept a little bit of a mix and a little bit of hard as well for these ones. Well, I hope I have. And going into that, so all right, which open world game opens up with "You're finally awake"?
Mark.
Eric?
Mark,
That's Skyrim?
bingo.
Oh.
I haven't played Skyrim.
Oh,
I've played it, but I didn't really remember how it started.
yeah.
That's all right. Sorry. Next question. Which? Sorry. Which video game franchise includes regions Kanto, Johto, and Galar?
Mark,
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, he didn't buzz in. What the hell?
He did buzz in.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Let's see how quick you guys are on. Which video game franchise has the character Master Chief?
Eric.
Professor.
Halo.
Professor?
Halo, obviously.
I thought the professor
on the
had
board.
answered. I thought the professor had said much. In God of War, what's his Kratos' son's name?
Eric.
But
Mark.
Matreus.
What did you say, nerds?
Matreus.
No.
Loki?
Not what?
No.
Loki?
No.
Isn't he kind of Loki? He's kind of Loki, isn't he?
No.
Doesn't he like get revealed to be Loki?
No, that is his son, Atreus.
No, you said Atreus. So
Atreus.
you said Atreus.
Is the answer Atreus?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait a minute.
Mark, what's the answer? Because Eric
I was going to say Loki as well, but like if you're going to go with Atreus, I still think nerds should have had that.
Oh, fine. All right.
What?
Well, you said Atreus, so I was like, well, no, I'm not going to give you that.
I said Atreus. All right.
No.
All right.
All right. Next question. Where are we? Yeah, here we go. Which video game includes the locations of Tilted Towers and Pleasant Parks? Mark?
It's Fortnite.
Yeah. I try to make it more vague, as much as I could. All right, and the last question I've got here it is. Where are we? Sorry, I played around with the ones around again. Which controversial Mass Effect 3 feature? Oh no, that one. I mean, I got rid of one. I'm sorry.
Oh man, a Mass Effect question. I'd have been there for that as well.
No. Oh, well, all right. I'll go to that one to wrap it up.
Oh,
see
no,
if you guys
pressure.
Yeah, because I thought this might have been a bit too hard. Which controversial Mass Effect 3 features led to a fan outrage and a reworked ending DLC?
Well, Andy, it's the three choices at the end with the kid, isn't it?
Bingo.
I thought it was the fact that everyone died or something. I haven't played it, but I thought like everyone died and I was like,
Yeah. I know a lot of people did not like the ending to that at all.
Had to be
They
better
had to,
than
they had to rework all the explanations as to what actually goes on at the end and give more explanations as to why each thing gives you something rather than just picking one and going, okay, everyone's dead. See you later.
Yes,
Are they still talking about making a new Mass Effect game, or is it still?
Yeah, that's still in the offing. They every year they like to give a little teaser for it, but it's still nowhere near anything. But now they finished doing some of the other games that studio was doing. They've said that they're fully focused on that now that they've done the latest, what was it, Dragon Age game or whatever it was that came out recently.
Oh yeah.
So now they finished that. They said, oh, we're fully concentrating on the next Mass Effects, but we're still probably going to be 4 or 5 years away from that because we know that BioWare take their fucking time.
well, I know. I think it's Amazon. There's the Mass Effect TV show. Same with the Red Dead Redemption TV show. Oh no, sorry, Red Dead Redemption T-shirt. God of War. So that's both of them are currently in the hands of Amazon at the moment. But with those questions answered, the winner is indeed Andy, and then it's Nerds and Mark on the same, and both Professor and Eric are on the same points actually.
Did Eric lose too many?
yeah.
I was like, man, I thought Eric did pretty well.
Yeah. Well, no, he did. Like Eric got a few, but there's also a couple of ones where you did say the wrong answer.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, it was brutal. It was brutal. I was yeah, no.
just for professional pride, can I ask what the gap was between first and second place?
Oh man, he's got a lick. We're salty.
You really want to wet your lips and everything to this question. Like, you just won, Andy. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you and the Star Wars knowledge, you.
Yeah. I know. Well, apparently the ship was named wrong. The name of the ship was wrong. Jeez. I think the slave name is a lot better than Fire. Where it was. Fire spray. Yeah.
All right, immigrant, pipe down.
No, and that's that was thanks guys for doing the quiz and everything. And look, I want to say a big shout out to all of you for coming on this episode and celebrating, and for the 4th anniversary. This is episode, I said 289. It's very, very surreal to believe the fact it's all come this far, to be honest. And it's been a great journey, and I look forward to all the episodes that you guys will appear on in the future.
Yeah.
Amazing, buddy.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
Keep it going for another 4 years, at least.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Yeah. Damn right.
Europe tour.
Yeah, I know the Europe tour. Yeah, that's gonna be. The episodes are gonna be. The budget might be a little bit lower for those 3 weeks.
You mean as opposed to the blank wall behind you budget?
Yeah, that's it.
You're gonna look nicer in hotel rooms across Europe. To be fair, buddy.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Is that behind? It's like behind every hotel room is like a painting. You'd be like, yeah, this is the new painting.
Yeah. This is the new room, and being inspired by apparently my porno voiceover work that's going to be happening moving forward. Going to Andy, that will really work.
I for unrelated issues, I need a copy of that, if that's okay.
For a future film project.
Yeah, just to go on top of something I'm working on with the wife. Sort of home project, if you like. It's all good.
Oh no! The next kid. No.
By the way, you can check out my OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's only
the
Andy's.
core.
The galactic core.
Check out my black hole.
Oh, it's just still Star Wars references the whole time.
Punch it, Chewie.
If you what Jabba the Hutt looked like getting rode, tune into my OnlyFans.
So how many more before we get demonetized?
No, we don't need to test that. We don't need to test that theory.
Hey, I can keep going. I don't make any money from my podcast.
Yeah, you do. You make money in friendships and having
course.
awesome guests.
This is true. Yeah. Way to bring it back on point. Yes, thank you, Lee.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying, but yeah, no, thanks, guys. I do really appreciate every single one. And any final words before we wrap this 4th anniversary up, guys?
Just keep on going, buddy. You've done an amazing job, as I said at the start. I look forward to 4 more years, and as always, look forward to having you back on my show. You're on in a couple of weeks, aren't we? Doing Jurassic World, so
yes,
before you jet off to Europe.
Yeah, that's right. Before I come to your part of town.
But thank you as always, buddy, for having on the amount of times you have. It's always much appreciated, and much love for the guidance that you give me as a podcaster as well, because that's not said enough. That you're always there for us as podcasters or YouTubers or whatever, and always appreciated, man. Thank you.
Just happy to help.
Yeah,
thank you
for having us on, and thanks for all the really hard questions.
That I'm happy to do it any time of the week.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, man. Like you've really helped us out and for a while, and like wish we can keep communication even through all this time. So yeah, man.
Thanks, man. No.
They put it simply enough, but pretty much you're always there. 4 years, as we've said, you've seen podcasts go, you've seen podcasts stay, you've seen new ones reach out to want to hear your expertise. You've become something of your area, man. Like you've done really well, and you should be proud of yourself. And yeah, we move on to the next one, but we move on too quickly sometimes. We need to realize how far we've come.
That's true. That's true. I'm not recording with the doggy door right next to me, and I can hear the door go off every time I record. That's great. That's a big help. It's a big help. Nah, but thanks, I do thank you. I really appreciate the kind words. I look forward to the next 300 to 400 episodes of Lights Camera Rant, and trying to struggle to record in Europe. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everyone tuning in every single week. For everyone who's new, everyone's old, and as always, until next time, for the next 4 years and everything. Happy ranting, and I'll see you next time.
Happy ranting! Yay!
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until